Good morning. Welcome to Nancy's Corner for February. We have a lot of books to talk about today. I'm going to start off with two children's books that have won awards. Every year, as you probably know, we have a Newbery Award, a Caldecott Award, and a Coretta Scott King Award. And we have two of the winners in our collection. This one is Before the Ever After by Jacqueline Woodson, and this won the Coretta Scott King Award for 2021. This is When You Trap a Tiger by Kay Keller, and this won the Newbery Award for 2021. Now, the Caldecott winner we don't have yet, but it is on order. So we'll let you know when that one comes in. But if your children are looking for the award-winning books that they may have to read for a school project, or just because they want to read them, we have the two of the latest ones here in the children's room. Now, since February is Valentine month, I have a Valentine book to talk about. It is called The Secret Valentine by Laura Damon. This adorable little mouse receives a Valentine from her secret friend, and she goes around to everybody asking them, "Are you my secret friend?" And at the end, of course, she finds out who it is. But I picked this one because that is the most adorable face. You can't look at this book without smiling because she is just so cute. Now, this one isn't a Valentine book, but it's about kissing. It's called Kiss Me, I'm Perfect, and it is written by Robert Munsch. This little girl needs a clean shirt to go to school, and she doesn't have one. So her mama tells her, "Wear the shirt from your grandma." And her grandma always gets her silly shirts with funny sayings on it. This one says, "Kiss me, I'm perfect." So she doesn't really want to wear it, but she wears it anyway, and on her way to school, animals read her shirt and they give her kisses, and she is kissed by birds and moose and dogs and anything you can think of. And if this doesn't make you laugh, then nothing else will. It's not really Valentine, but kisses are good for February or any time of the year. Okay, February is also Black History Month. So we have Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History by Vashti Harrison. And this gives little short biographies of women, historic Black women who made a contribution to their world, starting as far back as Sojourner Truth and going all the way to present day Mae Jemison. We have scientists, we have ballerinas, we have abolitionists, and this is Ella Fitzgerald. The pictures are adorable. Each biography is just one page, but it gives you a lot of information and a lot of insight into these fine ladies. So we'll hope you'll come and check that out. This other one is an inspiration to everybody. It is The Oldest Student, How Mary Walker Learned to Read by Rita Lorraine Hubbard. This is a Caldecott honor book, not from this year, but it was the year it came out. This lady, Mary Walker, was born a slave. I'm going to look at the dates so I won't get them wrong. In 1848. She was freed at age 15, and of course back then the slaves were not educated. So she spent her entire life wanting to learn how to read and never did. She finally learned how to read in the 1960s when she was, I missed the date, she was over 100 years old when she learned to read. I believe she was 114 when she learned how to read. She lived to be 121 years old, and she was still reading. And on her birthday, the people in her retirement home would ask her to read a few pages for her, either from her Bible or from her school book where she learned to read. She is the oldest student that is on record. So if that isn't an inspiration to learn how to read at 116 years old, then she is an example to everyone. So I hope you'll come in and learn more about Mary Walker. This next book, I have read it twice already. I dearly love this book. It's called Wish Tree by Catherine Applegate. And if you look at the records or you go on Amazon, it's going to say it is recommended for ages 8 to 12. That is wrong. It is recommended for ages 8 to 212. This is a book for everyone. It is written in the voice of the tree. It's a 200-year-old tree, so it's seen a lot of life. And the lady that owns the property that it's on has decided she's going to chop the tree down because it's interfering with her plumbing. Well, that does not go over very well with all the little animals that make their home in the tree. So that's one part of the story. It's about life, it's about death. It will make you cry. It will make you laugh because the tree's best friend is a crow, and if you make the crow mad, it leaves little deposits on you. The main part of the book is there's a new family in town from another country, and they are not very well accepted. And somebody carves into the tree the word leave because the little girl passes it every day, and she goes and sits under the tree and does her homework. So the tree is the focal point of the neighborhood. Well, all she wants is a friend, and it's called a wish tree because the lady that owns the property, her great-great-grandmother came from Ireland, where they have a tradition that May the 1st, you write a wish on a piece of paper and tie it to the tree. And she did that. And so she was the first one to put her wish there, and then it started, and they were still doing it in modern times when the book is set. So the little boy that makes friends with the girl from another country gets all of his friends and classmates to write on a piece of paper the word stay, and they hang that on the tree on Wish Day. Well, it's got adorable illustrations. Let's see if I can find the one real quick with all the little animals in the tree so they won't cut it down. As you can imagine, the tree does not get cut down, but it is a beautiful book about acceptance and love and taking care of people and animals. So if you want to laugh and cry and just get a really good message, they also have one I found on Amazon. It's supposed to be the same book, it just has a different cover, and it's cataloged for adults. So Wish Tree is for everybody, and I really hope out of all the books we talk about, this is the one that you'll read. Now for my adult books, I'm not going to do books this time. I'm going to do audiobooks because last week we got a box with all of these in it, and they were all so good. I thought, well, that's going to have to be my book talk for February. Some of these we have the books for, some of them we don't. I'm sure in time we will because they are all brand new. The first one is 3 Women Disappear by James Patterson. I'm listening to this one right now. I haven't finished it, but I wouldn't even tell you the end if I had finished it. This man, a gangster, gets stabbed in his house and dies, and his wife, his personal chef, and his maid all disappear. Those are the 3 women. They're all running. The personal chef's husband is a detective who is just as bad as they come. So we're thinking one of these people stabbed him. We don't know which one it is yet, but it's really good. I'm enjoying it. The next one is Confessions on the 745 by Lisa Unger. We have the book for this one. We don't have the book for the 3 Women Disappear, but we have the book for this one. This lady is late coming home from work, so she has to take a later train, and she gets to talking to another lady, and they're talking about their lives and their work and their marriages. And the lady that was running late said that she thinks her husband is having an affair with the nanny. She's not sure. Well, they get off at their respective stops, never see each other again, but within a couple of weeks, the nanny disappears. I think this is a book that will keep you up at night. probably will listen to this one. The next one is Danielle Steele, Neighbors. We have this book also. This is about an aging actress, kind of reclusive, and there's a storm and her neighborhood gets flooded. So since her house is still in good shape and a lot of the other ones in the neighborhood are not, she invites her neighbors to come and stay in her house and wait out the storm. And they all get to know each other, they start discussing their problems, and I would imagine some secrets come out. There are some friendships formed, and Danielle Steele is usually a good read. I'm not a huge fan, but this one sounds like it would be pretty good. The next one is Wonder Boy of Whistle Stop. This goes back to, fried green tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. This is a few years later, and the main character is the son of the ladies who used to run the cafe. So we're going to learn more about the town and more about the ladies and this boy's life in, I believe it's Whistle Stop. And we do not have the book for this one yet, but Fannie Flagg will usually get her books, so I would expect for us to get this too. The last one, we have the book for this one. This is A Time for Mercy by John Grisham, and this is the same character, Jake Briggs, who was in A Time to Kill. So it's another one of his cases. It's a teenage boy who is accused of murder, and it looks like he did it, but of course his attorney doesn't think he did. So he's investigating, and we'll see if he gets the boy out or not. So those are our books and audio books for the month of February. I hope you'll come in and check them out. I hope you've enjoyed our book talk, and we'll tune in again next month when we'll have some new items to tell you all about. So have a great month. Happy reading. We'll see you next time.